Okay, and we should be going live any minute now. Woohoo! Wahoo! Scotty, McCrae, I'll let you know when I can see us there. But you can't just keep playing Kenshi the whole time, can you? Come on.
Well, I just got an ad, so...
Yeah, I just got an ad as well. Hello everyone, it's Aaron here from Mirror Gaming. We are live playing some Mortal Kombat 1 online stress test gameplay. Obviously this has been put live the weekend. This is the last day that you can get in with an early access code. And obviously it's not an open beta, it's a closed sort of beta test thingamajig. So very, somewhat exclusive I'd say. And joining me today is none other than freelance news goblin, Scott McCrae. How are you today?
Yeah, very good. Very not stressed about all the technical issues we are getting here, but
That is true, but
having a good time.
we're consummate professionals and the show must go on. And that's all that matters. So I'm playing as Sub-Zero here, you're playing as Kenshi. Yeah,
I've had violence this game.
Nathan's in the chat. Hello Nathan, thanks for joining. I assume all the levels are okay. Scott's not too loud, not too quiet. That'd be great if you could let me know. I will say, I always forget that the X-ray moves aren't called X-ray moves anymore. They're called fatal moves.
When was that changed though? Because
I want to say
the X-ray moves in 10 still.
They were definitely in 10. Could you activate them at any time in 10? I feel like you could.
Yeah, it was a meter thing in 9 at least. I don't know about 10.
11 is when it, yeah, limited to when your health bar is down to a quarter. Because obviously Scott McCrae is our fighting game expert on the channel, I'd say. He reviewed Street Fighter 6 for us, but he's constantly throwing slander at Mortal Kombat's way, and that's why I thought, let's get Scott on the stream, see what he thinks of what is sure to be the best fighting game this year. Do you agree with me, Scott? Oh.
I mean, let's not give away the stream yet, but so far, no.
Too early to tell. Too early to tell. Let's go with that. So yeah, we're just gonna beat each other up on the online mode for about an hour or so, I think. Show people what's going on in terms of the new cameo fighter system.
I'm gonna keep to my guy. So
Kenshi,
for now,
you're gonna stop hogging jacks though. That'd be good. There we go.
I usually like Kano is usually my guy in Mortal Kombat, so it's a bit, I don't know, a bit stressful. Bit of an online stress test. So.
It's giving you stress more like. But do we know if the cameo fighters, they're exclusively limited to cameo fighters, or will they be playable in their own right as well?
Not all of them.
This is what concerns me, but yes.
Because they've announced that one of the DLC well, not announced, it was leaked. That one of the DLC cameo fighters is going to be Johnny Cage, who has confirmed to me in the game. So,
Well, I've not played Melina before, so before anybody makes any judgments, just bear that in mind. But Nathan says, what do you guys make of it so far? It's really fun so far. It looks beautiful. Gorier
I think it
than ever.
looks good. I think it still feels as clunky as ever. And obviously, people do like that kind of Mortal Kombat style, but it doesn't feel like they've done much to the actual gameplay outside of this cameo fighter system.
It's not... Well, you're forgetting, Scott, because I was popping off about this on Twitter earlier today. The characters have full move lists again, so they haven't like sliced them up depending on what costume you pick, which... Thank heavens for that.
That's always good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they'll find some other way to heavily monetize this one, but, you know.
Yeah. Well, like you said, DLC characters. But I'll be totally honest with you, like, for the longest time, since 9, I want to say, which was obviously when the first reboot happened, I got into the habit of just waiting for the Game of the Year edition, like a year later, because then they bundle all the characters in for the exact same price, or close to, so... Let's see if I can find it.
I really should do that. I end up, like, falling for it every year, or every time, like, where I'm like, I know I'm not going to like this, and end up picking it up anyway, and end up not liking it. But then they put in, like, a really cool DLC character, and I'm like, oh, well, I should have waited.
You see yourselves You see yourself some Freddy Krueger and you just can't resist.
Well, no, actually, it stuck with that one. It was Ninja Turtles specifically I'm talking about.
Oh, wasn't
and,
that was in...
Injustice 2.
Yeah, I was just going to say that was Injustice, yeah.
And then RoboCop and Mortal Kombat 9.
Could you do
Or 11,
RoboCop
sorry.
versus Terminator? Was that the same one?
Yes.
It must have been.
I think so. That sounds right. Yeah, because it was like all horror movie characters in 10, and then it was all action movie characters in
11. Yeah.
So...
As opposed to Mortal Kombat 1, which is what we're playing now, not to be confusing in the slightest or anything.
Seems to be superheroes, maybe the alleged DLC lineup this time.
When are they just going to do like an entire game dedicated to crossover fighters? Like, surely they can make it happen. Because I hate the fact that you lose people with every new release.
Yeah, I mean... When are we going to get Mortal Kombat versus DC2, I guess? That's the other question.
But the tricky is that you have to neuter the Mortal Kombat kills, right? Like, they couldn't do...
I guess...
fatalities.
Like, that's why they put... Oh! That's why they ended up putting Joker in Mortal Kombat 11. So... There are DC characters you can get away with, but obviously if you name it Mortal Kombat versus DC, you're going to want Superman, you're going to want...
Exactly.
See, that would kill someone. I don't see how that's not a fatality. That would... You'd be dead.
Scott, have you played this game before? Like, you know... Ooh!
Oh.
Look at that. Absolutely decimated me.
Definitely intentional, definitely meant to do that.
100%. Pure skill. I
believe some of the brutalities are for not blocking an entire game, which, considering I keep forgetting this, but this has the disgusting, awful press a button to block system.
I will say I think it's cool that we can change the time of day that the maps take place as well. I think it's cool that you can actually like attack the cameo fighters, like they're not just blurred into the background. It's
it's sort of like Marvel vs Capcom, but not really, because obviously you don't have to worry about those cameo fighters as much. I mean, I suppose it's what they kind of had to do at this point, you know? Like, what can you do? You've done
with perfection.
The freestyles. Well,
I tell you what you do. You make Scorpion and Sub-Zero brothers. How did you miss my ice clone then? Wow.
Oh! Because Liu Kang is a god, from what I can tell. So I never played the DLC. Did you play the Aftermath or whatever it was called?
I did play it after, but Lord knows, you know, don't ask me to remember anything from it.
See, that's the best part of these games. The dumb lore.
Shang Tsung he gathered a group of guys, and basically, from what I can tell, they sort of did an Avengers Endgame where they revisited the events of the main Mortal Kombat 11 campaign and like influenced without you seeing what was happening.
Right.
And obviously, the cool thing with the DLC was that Shang Tsung was played by the actor from the 94 or 95 Mortal Kombat movie. It's probably the best Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you there. I believe people quite like the animated ones, but...
Oh, yeah.
I can't say I've watched those ever. My only thing is, I feel like, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, did Liu Kang not literally erase Shang Tsung from existence at the end of that story?
It depends. Are you talking about Mortal Kombat 11's DLC?
Yeah.
Well, it had multiple endings, that's the annoying thing.
But is the other ending not Liu Kang dies? So like...
Scott, Liu Kang dies in every like Mortal Kombat game by this point. Like, I remember firing up Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance as a kid, and there's a cutscene where Liu Kang's training, Quan Chi comes along and ices him. He's out. No more Liu Kang for the next 2 games, from what I remember. And actually, you'll notice after playing as Liu Kang, I was under the impression that Liu Kang now had Raiden's teleport ability, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
Better look up his fatality, but I was not quick enough. I did not realise you could pause and look.
You can, but you don't get a lot of time, is the only thing. Yeah. But if anyone's got any questions about Mortal Kombat, I almost said 11 then, 1 in the chat. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Oh, it's getting quite hot in here. Go on then, I'll play Kenshi.
I'm just gonna stick with Liu Kang for now because I remembered what his fatality was.
is.
Remembered. Yeah, I'll look it up.
What's this confidence, eh?
I mean,
who says you're going to get to the fatality stage, Scott?
if I do, then
so be it.
at least I can do it. Oh, I forgot. Liu Kang has like, I think he's done it. He has the projectiles.
Yeah, he's got like fireballs and stuff. Yeah. This is my first time playing Kenshi, so we'll see how this goes. Surely he's got a good range if he's got a sword. Oh. Okay.
Oh,
we were saying before the stream got started, like in my mind, you can't have Kenshi without Bo Raicho because they were introduced together, brothers in arms. Oh.
Kenshi is like. He should be one of I know everyone's like, okay, the classic characters. He should just be one of the characters that's in everyone. He's like the best. I think he's great. I think I'd rather have him.
Yeah.
Than like.
Of the newer editions or newish editions, I said this because he was introduced during the PS2 days. He's definitely broken out as the main.
Yeah.
Edition, right?
I mean, I like him and I like Bo Raicho.
Yeah.
Anyone else kind of give or take. I like some of the dumber ones, the Havocs of the world and the Raikos and the.
Oh, Raiko! What a non-character. Do you remember? I think it was Mortal Kombat 4. Jared. Is it Jared?
Jarek. Yeah.
Jarek. Yeah.
The ending.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you were saying about that the other day.
That's the best part of the Mortal Kombat history. That's.
Yeah. Do you care to enlighten us? For people that don't know?
I don't know if I can even do it justice because so much of it relies on the voice acting that it's like
the performance delivery of it. Yeah.
I mean, I'll say as much as the ending of it is Jax holds Jarek over a mountain and goes, "This is not brutality. This is a fatality," and launches him off a cliff. So,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Suitably goofy for a 1995 3D game.
It's all over. I think you're going to get that fatality, Scott. Nathan in the chat says, "Where's King? King from Tekken." He must mean.
If this game had King, it would have a good character. I know.
Have we ever worked out why Yoshimitsu is in both Soul Calibur and Tekken? Like, what's the deal there?
He just wants to be.
We might have talked about this on the Street Fighter 6 stream.
But...
Ooh.
That's gross.
Stay in school, kids.
I don't quote me on this. I could be wrong, but I feel like since Yoshimitsu, he changes his look every time.
Yeah. Is it a different one?
I'm like, is it a different Yoshimitsu? Because he's like different in every Tekken, and he's different. I think he's different in every Soul Calibur. I could be wrong. Yeah. Why not?
Oh, go on.
Sorry, you go ahead.
No, because I was going to go off about Yoshimitsu some more. You probably got something relevant to say.
I like how they've just like taken, how they did the Carl Weathers Jack skin and Mortal Kombat 10. I like how they've just went, no, that's just Jax now.
Yeah. That was cool though, like adding the Predator and.
Yeah.
I think 10. I've said this before, but 10's my favorite Mortal Kombat. Like
9, still mine, but 10 is.
Aren't you? Who was it I was speaking to? And they're a big fan of the bloody cowboy guy, Troy Baker's character.
Aaron Black. Yeah. He's alright. Yeah, it wasn't me you were talking to, but I quite like him.
Aaron Black wins.
Out of those new bunch, he's definitely like the one people seem to like the most, even though he's like a complete non-character in both game story modes. Like he does nothing.
No, he just turns up and bumps into you and says, "Oh, let's have a fight then." That's about it.
I like your man Kotal Kahn, but he is the biggest jobber on the planet. Like, he does not win a single fight in that entire series.
That's mean. Sometimes you just got to bring in your Raikos, your Jareks, and they're designed purely to.
Yeah, but he was so cool. Like, he looked so cool. I'm like, what a waste of a good character that they.
Oh.
See,
I guess you can teleport.
Cool,
How are you not dead? What the hell?
because I'm ice cold. I don't know.
He's done it.
Full. What's the word?
Flawless victory.
Yeah, sure. Full disclosure. This is my second time playing this, and my first time playing it was one run of the arcade tower. So we do not have the combos. We do not have
that's true.
The button.
I think the next round we do, we could probably like just spend a couple of minutes pausing and showing people the move screens anyway, if they're curious.
Yeah, can do. I wish they had training mode in this beta.
Yeah.
Nice to have. But...
Yeah. How do you lose fireball? Okay, we'll do that. That'll
back,
work.
forward, and X.
He doesn't seem to have his bicycle kick for the time being, which...
I mean, that new thing is basically that, right?
Yeah, well
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the new thing. That's the new kind of mechanic for this one. Air combos that, you know, got to take from the anime fighters.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's done it again, everyone. This is why Scott's the fighting game master. Down, triangle, maybe? Oh, you got it.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm sure this will not be growth.
I can't believe we actually got like a Mortal Kombat demo sort of thing with Scorpion not in it, because he's the franchise model.
That one's kind of goofy. I don't know.
What, Fatality?
Yeah. My thing with the new like 10 onwards is I love Mortal Kombat for how dumb it is. Whereas I feel like they've kind of started taking themselves a bit more seriously with 10.
I feel like Mortal Kombat's more self-referential than it's ever been.
I guess, but like it's not as silly as it has been. I don't know if I'm just reading into it wrong, but...
Do you know what? You can tell it's been a while since I played Mortal Kombat 11, because I know what the characters look like, but I can't remember any of their names. Hold on. That's it, Devora. She was pretty good to play as, the bee lady.
Yeah.
Although I think like, they nerfed her in Mortal Kombat 11 compared to 10.
Yeah, I just remember her being like really strong. Yeah, I mean, all in all, I do like the 10 newcomers. I think they were like a solid bunch. I like Cassie Cage a lot, and I liked
Jackie. Was it Jackie?
Yeah, who was Kenshi's son? That was like Scorpion's son as well.
Everyone needs a son now. You get a son.
Although now it's like the movie. I'll be shocked if they don't put your man from the movie in it. The one who's like basically Scorpion's son.
Oh, it's not my man. Cole, whatever his name is.
Oh.
And what's his power? He's got metal arms. Or
yeah, he's got Under Armour.
A torso, yeah.
I couldn't believe
that. That was when the producer...
Again, we're like, what, a few years removed now, we can probably talk about it. His power is like having Under Armour. Like he just grows MMA, like, you know, it may as well have had a tap out logo on it, you know?
That's how you know the producers of that movie were like, oh, sod it. But, oh, every time, Scott. What was I going to say? The whole, like, Arcana, and you need to, like, unlock your Arcana. I was like, oh, get this out of my Mortal Kombat movie. Like, there you go, we'll show that
Also, it just ends. Like, they're like, it's time for the Mortal Kombat tournament. They're like, cool, bye.
See you later.
And the sequel.
This will sound... Oh, what am I doing? This will sound sick now, but... I was expecting more gore. Like, the only one spicy kill is the Kung Lao Hatsaw thing. Really.
Oh, I feel like there was one, like, right at the start that was really bad. I believe it was Sub-Zero. I can't remember now.
Oh, what, him ripping Jax's arms off after freezing him? That was pretty...
No, there was something, like, in the opening of the movie. Like, it was the tone setter, you know? It was, like, definitely the, like, look how gory we're gonna get.
Well, the opening to the movie is the best bit, when it's Scorpion versus Sub-Zero. Like... Because it looked just like a genuinely... like a martial arts action film. Oh... Oh, I love it when he says that. Under the weather?
I've got no audio, I'm afraid, so you'll have to translate everything the characters are saying for me.
Not even at your end. You can't like put a little earbud in, a wee earbud, as they would say in Scotland.
I mean, I could, but you know, it's not like Mortal Kombat's ever had like good music, so I'm not exactly messing with it.
Oh, it's all happening now.
I mean, I've said this for years, right? Think of like every fighting game. All of them have like an iconic tune. The iconic tune for the Mortal Kombat games is the one that was from the movie, you know? Wasn't even from the game.
Kombat. Yeah, that is true. I remember. Go on.
No, you go. Fine.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say. I remember a couple years ago. I think some guy did an interview with the guy that goes Mortal Kombat in Mortal Kombat, and that was literally the name of the article as well. Genius.
There's like a bit from that where he's like, "Can you say it?" And they're like, "Transcribe it."
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Oh no.
Oh. How are you blocking that?
With the right trigger.
Finish him, Kitana. Or just do that, which is an equally brutal way to go, I would say.
I pressed the button, but they said
all right.
no, thank you.
Sometimes it's like, how close do you want to be? All that jazz, yeah.
I mean, Liu Kang's one says close, but no one else's says anything, so I'm a bit confused.
And how is close spelt, Scott? This is very important.
Yeah, it's spelled the way you want it to be.
It's the way you'd expect it to be spelt in a Mortal Kombat game. Yes.
Says I shouldn't trust the Black Dragon.
Have you got subtitles on, Scott? Yeah.
Sure do.
There you go.
Lore.
It's pretty cool as a seamless transition, though, like from the character select screen.
This bit, like at the start of a match, looks really smooth. But I don't think anything else in the game looks that smooth.
Well,
I don't know if it's just because they're going from like 30 FPS cutscenes to like 60 FPS gameplay and that's maybe it, but for some reason like the start of the match just looked really nice to me.
well, I expecting more from an Unreal 5 game, potentially, especially a fighting game where you're not having to like build an open world and all that jazz. But you know, beggars can't be choosers.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, and don't quote me on this, I feel like Mortal Kombat 9 was like one of the first 60 FPS Unreal 3 games.
Oh, really? I'd buy that.
I want to say, again, this could just be something that I've heard and it's not true, but from what I know, it was like Ed Boon's brother. They were like, no, you can't make...
Noob
like,
Cybot.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got
You
the Mystic
can't make,
Mustic in the chat. It says, it's a good live. And yes, it is. Sorry, Scott, but continue. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, no, I believe some like people were saying, "Oh, you cannot get a game to run at 60 FPS on Unreal," and he went and done it.
Yeah. So I've always said this. Whenever Mortal Kombat gets mentioned, I bring it up every time. But I want an Ed Boon, like a Social Network-esque Ed Boon movie about how he started off making pinball machines and then arrived at Mortal Kombat, because it's insane. If you ask me, what a cool story to tell.
To make it, who plays Ed Boon though? You know,
Wow,
who do you cast?
What? He's got some sort of Mediterranean background, I want to say. I don't know. He's very olive-toned gentleman. Who could do that? Maybe John Stamos. Is it John Stamos?
Is he alive?
That's a good question.
Did he not die last year?
Sorry to bring the mood down of the stream, everyone. But if you've got a question relating to Mortal Kombat, let us know. We are currently playing the online stress test. Today is the last day you can get in on this. And we're currently debating who should play Ed Boon in a potential making of Mortal Kombat biopic.
Okay, no, I'm wrong. John Stamos is still alive. I believe it's the other one from Full House who's dead. Bob Saget, he died.
Bob Saget.
That's the one.
These are all like American actors that growing up in the UK are referenced in sitcoms constantly, but we don't have the faintest clue who they are.
To me, Bob Saget is... There's like an old YouTube video, I'm talking like 2007, and it's a guy, and he like cracks his head in the door frame, and he just goes, Bob Saget.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Could not tell you who that was or like when I watched that, but that's that's my entire cultural reference to Bob Saget.
Is it not Tourette's guy? Or, you know, we want to be politically respectful on this podcast live stream, but yeah, it was a different time.
I don't know. I've only seen that video of him. I don't even know if is it like a channel?
Yeah, he used to do loads of his wife used to.
Oh no, I tell you what, did he not die as well?
What, Bob Saget?
No, the guy, the Bob Saget guy.
I don't know.
I don't know.
All I know, if we're talking early internet memes, the guy who goes, "I can't believe you've done this," is still very much alive, hopefully.
You sound quite like him there. That's you've got something to tell us.
Yeah. Come on, Scott. Give me that fatal blow. Let's hear it. Let's have it. Oh, he's done me. He's absolutely done me. Oh! He has absolutely done me. Oh!
Speaking of like 2007 internet that has a lot of sweary words in it, I perked up on some Angry Video Game Nerd again the other day.
Oh, I'm not too familiar, but yeah.
Well, like his theme song's like he gets called the angriest gamer you've ever heard, and it's a shame that is just not the case anymore, right?
What about Angry Video Game Nerd versus Angry Joe? Like, who's gonna win?
I'm gonna have to go with AVGN mainly because he has made good videos in his time.
Okay.
No slight on Andy Joe, Angry Joe.
Andy Joe. I do like myself some Angry Joe, or I did back in the day. Like his do you want to play a zombie game? Legendary.
To me, everyone who came after AVGN and tried to do it, they just never really got it.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone just thought, okay, the trick is just be really angry and shout, which did work for some people, I guess. Like Let's Play culture of the early 2010s.
Some people took it too far, you know, as they want to do.
Yeah, I feel like people missed the point of like Angry Video Game Nerd wasn't just angry; he was actually sometimes funny as well.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my god, you got me here.
Which is why I quite like what's his name, Scott the Wars. He's quite cool.
The Mystic Mustic in the chat says, "Is there no Scorpion?" Unfortunately, not in the online stress test. I was just saying this. Like, how do you showcase a new Mortal Kombat game and not put the main man, the main cover star in? But then his moveset's not very exciting these days, I guess. You're not going to change it.
I mean, I say this as like I know Scorpion's the main guy, but when I was younger playing Mortal Kombat, I always just saw Sub-Zero as the main guy.
I mean, Sub-Zero was on the cover of X, and I remember that was a big deal at the time.
Was he not on the cover? Like, was he not in the deluxe edition though? I believe it was still Scorpion, the main one.
Maybe it was that. Anyway, we're about to see a fatality, everyone, so enjoy. Scott's already done this to me before. So. Have we not seen whose fatality have we not showcased yet?
Thanos. I don't want to look at this. Yeah, Katana's the only one we've not seen.
Cool. It is cool how the cameo characters interact with both the fatal blows and fatalities, though.
I guess, but also it does make the fatal blow animations like 10 times longer, and they were already too long.
But like, do you not think that is a logistical nightmare? Because like pairing up, I don't know, 20 main characters with cameo characters, and you've got to join up all these dots, right? So
yeah, I guess so.
Is your screen black at the moment? Yeah, black screened. We're obviously too good with the Mortal Kombat for the Mortal Kombat servers. I'm gonna restart the game, Scott.
I think I'll do the same.
Do you want to join me in doing that? Hopefully they've not switched off the servers early, because I believe they're live until 4 o'clock.
I think so.
That's what my close personal best friend Ed Boon said. Anyway.
Yeah, our insider knowledge. His eyebrows told us the tale.
Exactly. Cool. So let me know when you're on the versus screen, and we will go.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. We can't
private match.
Like you can't invite. We have to try and
find each other.
Okay.
Ready for the countdown?
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. tap. But luckily, the Mortal Kombat stress test is apparently so exclusive that me and Scott already found each other twice.
Oh, no.
On the server.
I just got matched against someone else.
Oh. I'm still connecting to a match. Oh, yeah, I found somebody else.
Nope. Nope.
My KD or my WD needs improving as well. I found you.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. It's not too bad. I doubt we'll be able to do that upon full release, mind you, but hopefully private matchmaking is available on day one. Make it happen, Ed Boon. Make it happen.
Right, let's try and decipher these silhouettes. Who's each of these characters going to be?
That is true. Yeah. I think the guy on the far left, one in from the far left, is Kung Lao. Hatless Kung Lao.
I think we're going to have... Never mind, it's all gone. But Scorpion's going to be in the middle. Melina's going to be in the middle. Probably Kung Lao. And who is the fourth character? Kenshi.
Where does Cyrax fit in all this? And Sector?
He'll be next to Cobra.
Okay.
And Striker.
Wasn't that the was that in X where it was just a robot character and then it could be Sector,
Yeah.
Cyrax, and
What was he called?
Frost? There was like a frozen one, wasn't there?
Sector, Cyrax and Smoke, wasn't it?
Yeah, but there was like
Oh yeah, there was a secret fourth one.
Yeah.
Cyber Sub-Zero.
that was so cool.
Remember
Oh.
Cyber Sub-Zero?
Do you know what? I think I'm just gonna re-download Mortal Kombat X until this comes out, because what a game that was. Story was meh, but you know.
Yeah.
I was about to say who's playing Mortal Kombat for the story, but Mortal Kombat single-handedly said, no, fighting games can have stories as well.
I mean, you say that, but Guilty Gear's got a huge storyline. The newest Guilty Gear has like a lore mode.
Okay.
It's like a big,
Is it active time lore? Is that how they treat it?
pretty much, yeah. It's like a, what's the kind of, I'm trying to think of the word. It's like, it's like a family tree kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, here's each character, here's their likes, here's who they like, here's who they dislike, here's who they have affiliations with, and all that stuff. It's
That
like,
is active time lore. Wow. Well, I read an article the other day, Scott, and I thought of you because I thought it would be extremely your thing.
right.
I think I read it on Time Extension, which is some character who was referenced in Street Fighter 2 is actually a thing now, like in one line of dialogue. Yeah.
It was there's a line that Ryu says sometimes in this one quote that's, you must defeat Shang Long to stand a chance, right?
Yeah.
And it became like a big thing. It was like, you know how EGM in America, the gaming mag, they used to do like a April Fool's joke every year.
Every April
The
1st, presumably. Yeah.
Yeah, their big first one was Shang Long unlockable in Street Fighter 2, and it was like this impossible like odds thing. Like you had to beat every stage without taking any damage, and you had to get super wins each time and all that. And also it was a hoax, and they did the same for Street Fighter 3. But basically it was just a mistranslation. It was meant to be like, you must defeat my Dragon Punch to have a chance. But anyway, people were like, who's this Shang Long? And one of the NPCs in the new game is
Shang Long.
like modelled after the Shang Long. But they added someone in Street Fighter 4 called Gouken.
Okay.
And he was basically just that character. So like they made him real already. So
That's so cool though, because I imagine there aren't too many of those internet mysteries still lurking in terms of old games anyway.
I almost had like a big moment. I was on the Ed Boon Wikipedia account, and one
yeah.
of the games he worked on was called Funhouse, which is I misread as Full House. So we've cracked the code. It's going to be John Stamos.
John
playing Ed Boon
Stamos.
in
Let's do it. They're probably the same age, and it wouldn't make sense for John Stamos to play a young Ed Boon, but who cares?
Fine, right. Let's see.
Scott, would you not watch that though? About the creation of Mortal Kombat? I think I'm gonna have to direct it myself.
Who do you think's younger out of the two of them?
Out of what? John Stamos and Ed Boon?
Yeah.
Ed Boon's probably younger.
John Stamos is younger by 6 months.
Oh, okay.
We're both 59.
So do they look... Am I remembering John Stamos correctly? Do they look vaguely similar, or...?
I mean, he has big eyebrows.
Yeah.
That's the Ed Boon feature.
That is true. He's got powerful eyebrows. I'll say that. You won't mind me saying that. Right, so I chose Katana versus Katana, so hopefully then one of us can show the fatality off.
I'm gonna just double check. It is down B, so you know
Okay,
we should be able to get it.
Do you remember the old Mortal Kombat games where the fatalities were like, you know, up, down, right, left, you know, absolutely
Like
insane.
2 milliseconds.
Yeah. I remember playing a Mortal Kombat 4 machine in Florida on holiday as a kid, and just being excited that I could get Raiden to do his across the screen.
Is what?
His I don't know what he's saying as he's zooming across.
No more of a like. What?
No, it's like when he's like he goes vertical, doesn't he, and pushes the character like.
Yeah, I'm sure that's more of a. What?
Oh, okay.
No, what?
See, look, you won't get that in Street Fighter. You won't get a man made out of lightning going. Oh!
Talking about you have. Oh, I thought
You got
meant,
Blanca.
Like, I thought you meant like sound effects, because I was going to say like Street Fighter 2 sound effects are like the most iconic.
Well, you've got Tiger Knee. It doesn't get more iconic than that.
Yoga Fire.
Yoga Fire. Tiger.
Perfect.
Yep. You've seen that guy who does the like sound effects for a muted Street Fighter 2 fight, right? On a microphone.
I have not.
Blocked again. I'm gonna have to send you that video then. It's quite old now. I'm surprised you haven't seen it. He literally, I think it's Sagat versus Ryu. Here we go then for the first time on stream. Hopefully. Oh, he saved it. Well done.
It must be a faraway one.
It's the first time I'm seeing this as well.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's unpleasant.
Melina's gonna hate that. It was cool, but it was over too quickly. Not very elaborate.
Should we do an arcade tower for the last 15 minutes? Are we on for an hour? Is that how long we're on for?
I think we're on until 4 o'clock, mate. So,
Oh, are we? Okay. That's
yeah,
fine,
hour and a half, yeah. So I'd maybe give it another 15 minutes and it's my stream everybody's seeing, so I'll just fire up some combat tower and everybody can watch me get my butt kicked. But now all I've got is Street Fighter 2 sound effects stuck in my head. Hold on, I've just twigged this is the Cage Mansion. Johnny Cage owns a mansion. I know he's a movie star, but
Maybe he's maybe successful, but he was successful in the other ones, wasn't he?
oh, we've desynced. Do you want to say find new opponent or go back to the? Should we go back?
How about we see you do a wee arcade tower, and if we've got some time left, we'll do.
All right, Ed Boon's telling
more
us.
matches.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
So
Thank you, Ed Boon. Very cool.
As classic towers, not everything used to start with a K. I don't recall that. They kind of lent into it in recent years.
Probably it would have just been called arcade mode, though, right?
Yeah. I just remember playing Mortal Kombat 2 on the Mega Drive and being intimidated by seeing all those towers. Like, I'm staying as far to the left as possible.
While you're on that, I'm going to go find a copy of Mortal Kombat 1. And then we can stream that.
Okay, so we're playing. I'm in a combat tower. We're on medium. Let's see how we get on. Scott's probably about 4 or 5 seconds behind if I had to guess. Maybe longer.
I'm going to play the stream and see where I'm at.
Yes. Whoa. It's blue versus blue. Katana versus sub. Let's go. Still not quite perfected the cameo system yet, because every character does something unique, obviously. Whoa!
Yeah, I'm probably good like 10 seconds back. So.
Oh, okay.
We'll have to work for that.
Speaking of we were talking about the Mortal Kombat movie earlier and Johnny Cage. When you watch that movie and Johnny Cage defeats Goro, which is probably...
Oh, the original, right.
Yeah. Did you find it cool when he says the line, the classic Johnny Cage line, "This is the part where you fall down"? Because as a 10-year-old, I thought that was so badass.
I mean, it's no Shrek, is it?
Why? What does Shrek say?
Does he not go like
You're Scottish,
think
so
the
you're
village-
biased.
the villagers come to his swamp and he's like, "This is the part where you run away."
Run away!
And then
Yeah. My favourite Shrek line is, "Far, far away."
I just found out Mortal Kombat 11 is on Xbox Game Pass streaming. So
Oh. If we had that downloaded, we could compare and contrast. If only we were a bit more prepared.
it's on cloud streaming. Why don't we
Oh, I'm sure.
play with like 10 seconds of input lag?
Yeah.
And then we'll...
And plus, I've just got what is it? Mortal Kombat X on the brain now. But it's annoying because Mortal Kombat X was part of the PS Plus collection. XL wasn't, from what I remember. So you don't
Yeah,
get the
that
DLC
sounds-
characters.
Sounds about right for Warner Bros. But
Yeah.
you know,
Well, Scott, you'll be pleased to know that first combat tower fighter down.
amazing.
I wish in the online stress test they did add more characters for you to fight CPU wise, not just limited to the playable ones.
Yeah. I guess.
But then I guess they haven't revealed. We keep forgetting this. They haven't revealed the full roster yet, and here we are playing it in some capacity, which is kind of wild.
I guess, but we have what most of it. Not Kano. Liu Kang, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Raiden, Johnny Cage, Kung Lao, Kitana, Melina, and Kenshi, and then Shang Tsung. So
Okay, that is quite a lot. But Shang Tsung's DLC, isn't he, or pre-order bonus?
yeah, so
Which
we're
they always
missing
do.
5 characters.
Reptile, get him in this game. It's going to be... Well, I'm surprised Kenshi's here because it's a reboot and they are paying tribute to the OGs for the most part.
I feel like, well, even then, he was in Mortal Kombat 9. He was
Kenshi?
DLC, but he made it in, yeah.
Yeah. Who was that? Wasn't there a blood character in MP9?
Yeah, Scarlet.
Oh, I hate her, yeah.
She came back for 11, though.
I never really did play Mortal Kombat Armageddon, but that was the one where it was like every character so far is in the game.
Yeah, and it was like a create your own fatality system, which just meant like everyone had the same 10 moves that you could like string together. So I've just booted up Mortal Kombat 11 here,
Oh, okay.
and the first thing you see is a big ad for Mortal Kombat 1.
Nice. They know what they're doing. I bet the same
So-
happens if you boot up Injustice 2 as well. Right, second person down. I'm sure there's hidden fatalities in the online stress test. I wonder if anybody's worked that out.
Probably. Right, so I've booted up here. Our DLC fighters in that game were the Joker, Shang Tsung, Shao Kahn, Frost. No, Frost wasn't DLC, but you can unlock Frost. Nightwolf, Spawn,
Oh,
Shiva, Melina, Sindel, Rain,
what, these are all DLC in MK11?
yeah,
Wow.
Fujin, Terminator, Rambo, and Robocop.
Oh, Fujin was pretty cool in MK4. A lot of people bag on MK4 because of the 3D, it was the transition to 3D, but I like it.
Yeah, I mean, like, he makes sense to come back. Rain is like a cool one to bring back. I know that's like one of Ed Boon's favourites, I believe. I could be misremembering, but
Did you ever watch, Scott, the Mortal Kombat Conquest 90s TV series?
I've seen clips of it, but I've not.
Everybody go to... Well, no, I shouldn't say that really, but I wrote an article once about Mortal Kombat Conquest because Scorpion and Sub-Zero obviously have a fight, and it's pretty badass. Ooh.
That's the animated one, yeah?
No, this is the live action.
Oh, yeah, right,
Kung,
okay.
Kung Lao's the main character. It was so cool. And it starts off, the whole series begins, Mortal Kombat is in mid, like, you're dropped in and it's Shang Tsung versus Kung Lao, and he's wearing the classic gear.
I'm thinking of Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm.
That's the
animated
cartoon
series.
Yeah.
I have not seen Mortal Kombat Conquest.
Oh, Scott, treat yourself.
I have seen the one. What was the YouTube one?
Oh yeah, Legend.
Legacy.
Legacy, yeah. That was
From
alright.
the director of Glee, the 3D concert movie.
Yes, and probably one of the step-ups. I don't know, or the Justin Bieber concert movie as well. Nathan asks who's winning. I think Scott kicked my butt most when we were battling each other just now. Currently, we're having a look through the combat towers. Just easing myself back into it.
Are you winning, son?
I am winning. I'm on the last tile. But I'm currently fighting myself, and I'm finding it hard to stay which one I'm playing as. I've not been able to use a fatal blow yet, so I'm quite proud of that. Ooh. But it is only medium difficulty, everybody. Alright, here we go. It's fatal blow time. Having said that now. But yeah, I think people were impressed with what they've been able to play from Mortal Kombat 1 so far. Both at Summer Game Fest and the stress test.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if we had a bit more character, but I'm interested to see who they try and make a grappler this time, because every time one of these games has a new grappler, and it never works. But I get my hopes up every time. But like Mortal Kombat style just isn't suited for a grappler, I don't think.
Has Mortal Kombat ever crossed over with Street Fighter?
No.
Wild. That's
I mean, they were...
Oh, go on.
I imagine it was probably like Ready Player One or something like that.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Probably happens somewhere in there, but...
I,
officially, no.
I thought it was quite nice though that, because obviously Tekken 8 had a big presence at SGF and so did MK1. The creators, you'll have to forgive me the gentleman's name, the guy who is responsible for Tekken.
Oh,
But
Harada?
Yeah, Harada. They like had a photo together, it was cool.
Did you get to play Tekken? Yeah.
No,
Summer
I
Game
didn't,
Fest when you were
unfortunately. I had no appointments for Summer Games Fest, it was just whatever I could get on, because
Fair enough.
it was so last minute. I've just beat my first combat tower, Scott, you'll be pleased to know.
Rest in peace, Sub-Zero.
Uh-huh. So I'll do it once more through with Liu Kang, I think, and then we can see about jumping on again together. But I like you being able to look up facts like how old is John Stamos as I play. Yeah, it's quite useful.
Right, give me a fact. Give me a fact to get a fact. Come on.
I wish I could name another person responsible for the creation of Mortal Kombat, so I could name, like, we could cast someone else, but... Mr. Midway.
John Tobias.
Oh, yeah, of course! I don't know what John Tobias looks like.
Yeah, me neither.
Who would we
His
cast?
Wikipedia page does not even have a picture, so I'll need to do some digging.
He's like, very low profile. I tell you who we could cast. Who would you cast as the whoopsie guy? Or Toasty? Chris Pratt.
I don't know.
Why not?
He's so cool. No, I feel like that'd end up being like Pete Davidson or something like that, right?
Oh, it would. You're right. Pete Davidson's in every movie this summer, Scott. I don't know if you know that. Fast and Furious, Transformers, something else, I'm sure.
John Tobias worked on WWE WrestleMania 21 for the Xbox.
Oh. How the mighty have fallen.
You said it, not me.
Well, didn't you play this year's WWE? I thought last year's was like a return to form, the Rey Mysterio one.
Oh yeah. No, these last couple have been quite good. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna say it now. John Tobias, John Leguizamo. That same
Yeah?
casting as John Tobias. Yeah.
Fair enough. But the way it's going, we need... Because Ed Boon... I mean, it was 30 years ago that the franchise started, so we need like a 20-year-old, really.
John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo. I'd watch it. Why not? But it sounded more and more like an SNL sketch as opposed to...
If Charlie Day was Luigi and John Leguizamo was the late Luigi, I feel like, you know, Charlie Day is John Tobias is our next protocol. Danny Wells, I mean, he's old now as well, so he probably won't. Yeah, good young John Tobias, but what's Danny Wells up to?
And who's Danny Wells when he's at home? I'm not familiar.
He was Luigi and the Super Mario Brothers Super Cool.
Ah, so what you want is to cross over the Luigi universe.
But he is also no longer with us, so never mind.
Never mind. I'm sure we can get AI to recreate his voice. It's not a problem.
Yeah, probably.
What problem can AI not solve, Scott? And I just want to point out for the viewers, I am being sarcastic, like, for the comedic effect.
How to make something good. How to stop nerds from doing like, look how cool this art is, and it's just like green Willy Wonka.
Scott, have you seen the Secret Wars intro?
Yep.
Secret Invasion.
Well, I haven't watched the intro, but I saw bits of it, and yeah.
Not good. I can't believe they allowed it. Marvel. The company that employs professional comic book artists resorted to...
The company that has been steadily going downhill since 2019 continues. Good on them.
Is that the same time that Amazon bought Comixology by any chance?
Oh, I was talking about Endgame.
Oh, right. Endgame was solid. Not as good as Infinity War, but...
Oh yeah, no, Endgame's fine, but everything after that's a bit...
Yeah, it's really only Spider-Man No Way Home and Guardians 3, if you were to ask me, that are truly good. Not even great, good Marvel movies.
I think Guardians 3 was great. Less keen on...
No Way Home?
I don't know, No Way Home, I am keen on it. I loved watching it, but like, if you kind of look at it objectively as a film, maybe a bit less impressive, but...
Do you know what?
You know what?
Go on.
No, you go ahead.
No, go on, I interrupted you, go on.
As something to point at the screen and go, I know that thing.
Yeah.
And clap, you know, it's a pretty good one of those.
The Leonardo DiCaprio meme.
Yeah, the me watching the Mario movie kind of deal.
Well, all I was going to say is on the subject of Spider-Man movies, the praise that I don't get is into the Across the Spider-Verse. Like, when you've got people saying it's better than the first one, I'm like, I've got no time for you. I'm sorry. I don't know what is going on.
I think it is very good. I do not see how it is better than the first one.
It's just so unsatisfying because people are like, oh, it ends on a cliffhanger, but it tells a complete story, and I'm like, I don't know what world you're living in, but
even then, I'm not too bothered about it ending on a cliffhanger. I liked that it was a lot of talking. I liked it very much felt like the Kill Bill 1, you know how Kill Bill 1's a lot of talking and Kill Bill 2 is a lot of action, you know, I feel like we're going to get a similar kind of thing. Although apparently the latest word is we might be waiting a bit longer than we expect for that, so that's going to be fun.
For which movie?
I don't know if you've seen... Well, Across the Spider-Verse is supposed to come out next year, apparently. But,
oh, you're talking about the work conditions.
Yeah, Lord... Was it Phil Lord? You were saying it was either Phil Lord or Chris Miller, one of the two. Apparently, they have been a bit of a nightmare. There's no chance that movie's coming out next year, according to some of the people.
I was under the assumption that the movie was basically already done, like they made them at the same time.
I don't know if I'm misremembering this, but I feel like Haley Steinfeld said she hadn't even recorded for it yet.
Oh, okay. I take that back then. Oh, Liu Kang versus Liu Kang. Let's go. Oh, yeah, okay. You're definitely the last boss on a medium tower. A little bit tricky. Yeah, I don't know. Like with Across the Spider-Verse, I'm kind of sick this summer of big franchise movies ending on a cliffhanger. Like Fast X, Across the Spider-Verse. I'm pretty sure there was another one in there.
Yeah, apparently she has not started recording for Beyond the Spider-Verse yet.
She hasn't put in
that
her,
move.
her 2 hours yet, Scott. You telling me?
Yeah, and apparently that's coming out on March 29th.
Yeah.
So, you know, sure
I-
that won't be delayed.
And I tell you what, there's a lot of, not to get too serious, but there's a lot of comparisons that can be drawn between work conditions for animated movies and video games in terms of crunch.
Speaking of which, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Well, I believe from what I've heard, things have maybe gotten a bit better over there, but I know there was a report that came out around the
Yeah.
time Mortal Kombat 11 came out where people were like, yeah, we've got people in the office watching like animal decapitations
Yeah,
and
I remember that.
maybe these fatalities, and I'm like,
That was a Jason
sounds
Schreier
fun.
report, if I remember correctly. Scott, I'm ready for some verses if you are, bud.
yeah, can do it. Right, I'll put the question out here, and I don't need you to agree with me, but I just want to, would you care if they took fatalities out?
It wouldn't make or break the game for me, because once you've seen them once or twice, it's like, eh.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
how I feel. But
Do you not like them? Like, I know they're known for fatalities, but
let's go into a match, then we'll talk.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
do you want to do the countdown?
yeah. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, click. Scott's on the Red Bull. Needs his caffeine.
Yep, definitely today. I've had to research again, so
Oh, have you? Your
Yeah.
matchmaking's definitely quicker than mine. Cool, I've declined one as well. How many people would you estimate are in the online stress test? It's got to be hundreds, at least.
more than 2, I think, right?
I think that's safe to say more than 2, yeah.
I mean, from what I can tell, it's not crossplay,
That is true.
so we're just in the Xbox realm.
Oh,
So I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't bring this up at the start of the screen, but it's a pretty big deal because this is the first game I've played on my Xbox where I need to actually swap it out for an actual D-pad instead of the circular on my Xbox.
Oh,
Elite
you're
Series 2.
using the Elite? I'm using the
Yeah. The
Series
standard.
X number,
Nice.
which I don't hate, to be honest.
Do you know the only reason I bought this, and I'm aware it's like, 170 or something ridiculous, is for the recharging dock. I can't be doing with AA batteries in 2023.
Oh yeah, of course, right?
Like, I'll never understand that.
There are cells in there. I've just had an error while matchmaking, so
Okay. Oh yeah, Nathan brings up a good point. I read about that this morning as well. Nathan says apparently quitalities will be returning in MK1. Finishing moves reserved for anyone who rage quits during online play. And we like to hear that because we don't want any crybabies,
yeah. I mean, my only thing is I don't know if this is how it worked in the last couple of games. I hope they don't do the thing that a lot of games do, where like if someone rage quits, you don't get a win.
Right, yeah. Hopefully they don't do
So
that.
hopefully if they have a system in for quitality, it's not like, they can still keep your wins. Right, shall we try this again? Because I got disconnected.
Oh yeah, I'm still searching. So, as you were, Scott. Hopefully I'll find you. Nathan says, Aaron, you can buy charging packs for normal controllers. I know that, and I actually have charge packs for my DualSense on my PlayStation 5 because I don't like the idea of plugging them in all the time. There we go. There we go. It's just unnecessary. Like, your first-party controller requires batteries to be taken in and out. How much are you actually saving by doing that as a company? I don't get it. Yeah.
In fairness, they do last a while, at least.
But, and I tell you what, they're the ones laughing because I've bought a £180 controller from them, so...
It's not as bad with the DualSense, but when I had the DualShock 4, I felt like that was out of battery, like, every 10 minutes, pretty much. Like, obviously not every 10 minutes, but more like...
Everyone always rags on the DualShock 4. Crazy.
I like it. I just think the battery is terrible.
Okay, I'll go with you there. But I feel like the people that only say the battery's terrible are the people that are like, I can't play 10 hours straight on my console. What's going on? I'm like, can you stop at 6 maybe and then you know. Oh, my screen's frozen. Ending match.
Yep, same.
Ah, they're getting ready. They're hovering over the turn off button. They're threatening us.
Let's try and find a new opponent.
Yeah, yeah. Nathan says, I have rechargeable batteries, better for the environment. But how is a rechargeable controller not better for the environment? Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, and I feel like I just got a win for that, Scott, even though we disconnected. So that might answer our question, or your question.
Yeah, I didn't notice that now.
And I'm still player 2, which is a bit annoying. Because on the opposite side of the screen compared to where I've put us on OBS.
They're taking out the thingies as well, the environmental hazards.
Oh yeah, that's
Being able
true.
to throw like a couch at someone. My dogs are going crazy in the background. I think a parcel's just arrived, so I'm going to mute.
Okay, well I can't hear them, so. But
oh right, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's the joys of having 3 dogs that they kind of.
Nathan says it's 170 quid cheaper that way. Here's my point. Well, yeah, but I'm sure that whatever the next Xbox ends up being, I'm probably going to be able to use this controller on that Xbox anyway. They're pretty good about forwards compatibility with hardware.
It's going to be Xbox Cloud Gaming on Samsung TVs. That's going to be the next Xbox.
There you go. Yeah, because Xbox aren't in the console space. Did you not hear? Like, they just
I can't
buy.
believe they took Starfield away from us the same week Final Fantasy came out.
I knew you'd bring that up.
I don't.
It's totally different though. And Xbox has done that before with like the Tomb Raider game, the Tomb Raider Rise.
I
of Tomb
know.
Raider.
I'm just saying it's like really funny to see them focusing on specific games when like, you know, it's not something they don't do. It's just something they can't afford to do as like highly as Xbox has done it.
Yeah, I guess.
If anything, I feel like buying the company outright is just a baller move. But,
Yeah, but we shouldn't be supporting like flexes like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, anti-competition. So I don't subscribe to that mentality.
Truth be told, in terms of Activision and Bethesda, I don't have skin in the game. I'm sure my tone would be different if it was like Capcom being bought out or Sega being bought out. You know,
which is constantly in terms of the Capcom thing. I feel like that's constantly a rumor that's floating around.
Well, it's them and Sega. Those are the big two.
Capcom are doing all right. Resident Evil games are selling as the best than they ever have. So,
saying that, I wonder who I would prefer to buy Capcom, and my answer might be Xbox. To be honest,
really,
out of the main two.
Wow.
I don't want an over-the-shoulder cinematic Devil May Cry game.
That's what you got with Final Fantasy, though.
Where Dante's got a son, and it's all very dramatic.
Yeah.
You know, or you know,
they do like their parents parental stories. Nathan says, my friend has just claimed he can't play Call of Duty tonight because some lightning hit his house and it bricked his console. How does that rate as an excuse? And do we buy it? Well, first off, I hope your friend's okay, Nathan. Did the shock transfer? Did he have a wireless controller? Because otherwise he would have been at risk of getting a shock received. But I don't know. That is quite the lie to get out of a gameplay session. Okay, I feel like I haven't played Kenshi enough. Did you just pick Kenshi? I'll pick him.
Oh, cool. Sub-Zero. Why not?
Sub-Zero is my favourite so far.
Yeah,
Who are you feeling?
None of these 4 can I really do it. I like Kenshi a lot as a character, but I'm not really enjoying playing him that much. I usually play Johnny Cage or Kano.
And you're convinced that Johnny Cage is only a cameo character in this?
No, he's going to be both. I think
okay.
Kano's probably only a cameo character though.
That's right. Who cares about Kano? That's fine.
Me.
Yeah,
I love him. He was the best part of Mortal Kombat 11. Like the 2 Kanos that are like in love with themselves.
Yeah, that was quite good actually. You're just a big fan of a man who can launch himself upwards in the forward roll position.
No, because if Blanca comes near me, if anyone plays Blanca in my vicinity, they're getting punched in the head.
Scott, on that subject though, I do quite enjoy your tweets where you're constantly bad-mouthing like Ken mains online.
Oh, they're the worst.
Yeah. Is that because you keep losing, or I don't know?
Ken mains sometimes, yeah, but no, Ken mains are just a different breed. I say Ken mains. Ken is the most popular character in the game. Like someone's done
More so than
the numbers.
Ryu or Ryu. Sorry.
The most online, the most players online are Ken mains.
Wow.
Which is wild. But it's just he's like very in your face, he's very easy, and he's one of those characters that very much you can get some cheeky wins with that you maybe didn't exactly deserve, and then, you know, and also just a lot of them have really bad connections.
I like how you're the judge of you didn't deserve that win, you know.
No, but I mean, like, there could be one where it's just like, you know, a really like dumb win, and you're like, okay, like skin of my teeth win, but then they like leave and don't give you the rematch, you know.
Yeah.
They're the masters of that one.
So who's your main online then?
I like playing Zangief, but
That's
because I'm
it.
in platinum rank with him, I'm like scared to keep playing as him.
Don't you mean Zongief?
Aye, I suppose. And then but I've been playing a lot of E Honda recently because he's very fun. He's very dumb. I got an arcade stick and I can't really do Zangief motions on an arcade stick, so E Honda's been kind of my guy for the last wee bit while I've been playing with stick.
I bet you're aching for that Exo Primal crossover content, Scott, aren't you, to come to Street Fighter 6? Like,
yeah, I want Dinosaur. Bring what's his name? King of Dinosaurs from KOF 15 in the Street Fighter. That's what we do.
King of Fighters, that's even too niche for me, I'm afraid to say.
Yeah, I want to like it more than I do.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what it is for Kenshi. Sorry, everyone.
Down B? Down A?
I tried down everything, I swear. Oh, is this it? Yeah. Oh, no, it isn't. False alarm, everybody. We're here for another 20 or so minutes. So yeah, make the most of us while you can. Ed Boon, be kind. Leave the servers up and running for a little bit longer.
Right.
Right, what should we do? I'm going to look up online to see if any other fatalities have been discovered. See if we can show something new. What does that mean? Do we know if babalities are in this game?
They should be, but they probably aren't.
And friendships.
So
So this is the...
Do...
Oh, go on.
No, you go ahead. I'm on a different topic. So.
I was just going to say, this is the annoying thing about Mortal Kombat 1. Every time you Google it, you bring up the 1992 original. Yeah. Aaron Baines in the chat says, really enjoyed the slower feel to gameplay in this. What compared to what? Previous Mortal Kombat games? Is it slower?
I feel like people complained that 11 was slower. This feels a bit faster than 11.
This is more along the lines of X if I had to, you know, pin it down. Although I'm sure if we played the original reboot, Mortal Kombat 9, that probably
would be like, oh, finally, a good game.
Oh, here we go. Do you remember Kratos was a terrible character in MK9? I'll say, by the way. Oh,
yeah,
so sluggish.
Not like Street Fighter Cross Tekken where we got Cole McGrath.
And he was tanky as well.
And the two PlayStation cats. Hero and Toro, is that her name?
Listen, Scott, whenever you want to play 1v1 me on PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, just know I'm
right, who was your main though?
Ratchet and Clank, let's go.
I was a good Cole main.
Good Cole. Oh. Who was
good Cole and Raiden.
Who was the Hellgas guy? Radek or something?
Yeah, Colonel Radek.
Yeah. What a time to
Everyone
be alive.
used online. It was like him and Kratos online. That's all you got.
Yeah. Well, I remember, speaking of that, like I was trying to get all the trophies on the Vita version because I think they had separate trophy lists.
Yeah.
And literally, me and my brother, he was on PS3, I was on Vita. We played an entire afternoon online and we found each other like instantly. Tells you everything you need to know about that game.
I mean, you got a free version for the Vita when you got the PS3 version.
Yeah, that's true.
Was a nice touch.
Came with a code in the box. Remember
No,
network
it wasn't
online
even that.
passes?
It was like was it not like a? It was like a app you had to open up on your PS3 and transfer over or something.
Oh, was
that
it?
wasn't even as easy
remember
as a
that.
code. I mean, should we read the currently rumored character list for Mortal Kombat 1, or should we?
I'm going to read this comment from Aaron, and then you can do exactly that, Scott. So Aaron says, I can't say I've played so much of the franchise I could tell between each, but immediate impression on this one was that it felt a little slower. I was on MK11 a couple of weeks ago as well.
Ooh.
So this is the
Screen
annoying
again?
thing about this YouTube. Yeah, let's reboot out again, I guess. A little bit touchy. First world problems, but this new emoji function on YouTube chat, it's like I can't read the end of the latest comments. Like, YouTube, what are you doing? I wonder if I can remove
Surely
it.
there's a way
Yeah. Aaron says, who would you main on day one? Scott, I'll throw that question to you. None of these four.
Whoever the dumbest character is. If Bo Raicho's in there,
Yeah.
Um,
If Jarek's back, I'm on the versus screen, by the way. Or you let me know when you're there.
second. So apparently this could all be fake, but apparently we're getting a lot of PS2 characters back in the next game, or in this game, sorry.
Ooh.
Do the countdown. Well,
Quan Chi then. Oh, I'm already searching. Go for it.
Some names being thrown around are Havoc, Raiko, and Natara, and Lee Mei, which are all
Get Frost
very
in
dumb
there.
picks.
Get Frost back in.
Reptile being thrown around.
To answer your question, Aaron, I'm boring. It's probably Scorpion or Kung Lao for me. Always. Yeah. Nathan says, Fable on your dashboard? Yes, I did download Fable to see what the fuss is all about. Am I going to have time to play that game? Probably not. But Fable Anniversary Edition has been downloaded. Pretty sure I've still got Redfall downloaded as well, so what does that tell you?
Havoc is if Havoc is in, he seems dumb enough that I play him.
How's Havoc spelt, by the way?
Havik, I believe.
Well, I knew a K was in there. That I threw me off, though. Aaron, who would you main as day one? I know you're not too familiar with MK, but surely you've seen the movies and stuff. Kotal Khan. Aaron Black. All those iconic Mortal Kombat characters that we're yet to see appear in anywhere outside of the games.
Barator.
That's quite. Quan Chi hasn't been playable since 10, I want to say. Yeah, don't mind Quan Chi.
Did they not show him in one of the trailers for that? Am I wrong?
All I've seen is the CGI reveal trailer. I've not watched the any gameplay trailers.
I want to say we saw him at Summer Games Fest, but I'm probably wrong.
I think another difference that I've noticed about the Fatal Blow mechanic is, whereas before if you used it and missed, that was it. You didn't have another chance. Whereas now it seems to recharge after a while. But feel free to correct
like that
me.
in 11? I don't know. I've not played 11 in long enough.
Yeah. Oh, and Scott whooped me there. Aaron says, I'm a fiend for Scorpion, keeping it with the OG. Yeah. Scorpion's just like a good introductory character to Mortal Kombat. Like the get over here stun, obviously, the teleport punch, rising flames. And this might be controversial, but my favourite Scorpion is Deadly Alliance Scorpion when he's an actual ninja. He's like a chunky boy in that game.
I remember being on holiday when I was like 10 or so.
Well, about
11
2 years
maybe?
ago then. Okay.
Yeah. And then I was playing Mortal Kombat Deception in one of those PS2s they had in hotels where it was like very obviously like a hacked PS2.
Yeah.
And they had loads of games you could just load in. And I remember playing as one of the characters and getting that like stage fatality where you get like launched off a building and you blow up at the bottom.
Nice.
And then I got scared and stopped playing it.
That was enough for you. Deception was when I bounced. Like, I was with it. Like I said, I played 4, I love 4. I was gutted when Scorpion wasn't in Mortal Kombat 3, obviously, but they sorted that out. Deadly Alliance was great, but Deception I'm gutted I missed because it had the full-on story mode, single-player thing.
Yeah, Deception's the best PS2 one, I think.
Yeah. Maybe I should pick up like the PSP version or get it on my Steam Deck. That might be cool. Was Deception on GameCube? That would be easier to sort out for me.
Yes.
Ooh.
Maybe?
And it was Deception, then Armageddon? Not missing one? Oh damn, I'm getting my ass whooped now.
It was DC Universe before
Ah, okay.
Armageddon, or was that after? I don't know. Oh. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Liu Kang. Aaron says, I do love the series, having played them all since 9, but it's more just playing it with my pals rather than anything serious. Yeah, like, for as much as I love Mortal Kombat, I'm not like Scott where I'm online trying to get the best win-lose ratio and all that jazz. It's just if I've got like half an hour spare, jump on, enjoy a couple of fights.
I'm not like that for Mortal Kombat as much. I like playing Mortal Kombat for the dumb story mode, and then I just kind of bounced.
Do we know? I know I'm asking you a lot of questions, Scott, but it looks like you've got a second screen up, which I haven't. I think we've black screened again, by the way.
Yep.
Do we know if the Crypt's back for this one? In terms of like unlocking costumes and fatalities potentially.
I don't know. Good question.
Interesting. Ed, my number is give me a call. Let me know if the Crypt's back. And if it is, then John Stamos gets to play you in the Mortal Kombat biopic. I tell you what, should we finish off the stream, Scott? Because we're here for 8 minutes. Should I just fight some randomer online?
Yeah.
Should we do that? Not done that yet. I feel like, having been your punching bag for the majority of this stream, I'm warmed up now. Oh look, and look, who do I find before me?
Found some random. Oh, declined.
That is quite harsh, isn't it? Like, imagine if that keeps happening to you. You're trying to get a match online. Oh, I don't like the sound of that guy.
Yeah, turn my Xbox off so you can't find me.
We thought we'd have problems because there's no private matchmaking. Turns out it's the opposite. So yeah, it's probably looking like one more round of 3 fights, or best of 3, I should say. And then that'll be us done for today's Mortal Kombat stream. But stick around. Oh my god, this guy's got 94 wins and 77 losses. Let's go.
Have fun with that.
Let's see. Who do you think he's going to pick, Scott?
Sub-Zero.
Yeah, that does seem to be the most cheesed character.
Or Liu Kang, maybe.
He's gone for Liu Kang, yeah. Connection's terrible. I'll already tell you that now. So we're going to get a young Raiden in this game as well, but I'm assuming he's playable. I think he is.
Yeah, Raiden's playable.
Yeah.
What's his quote in Mortal Kombat 11?
I don't think so.
He must win.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Is that not what he sends back to himself?
He's just always...
Not Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh.
9.
He's just always banging on about Elder Gods, that's all I know.
Yeah. I believe he sends... It's like the end of Armageddon, and he sends like a message to himself at the start of Mortal Kombat 1, right?
This guy's just keeping on taunting me all the time. Okay. I did get the first hit in though, quite proud of that.
Good on him.
Yeah, this guy's not good. I think he's just played it for a long time. No offense to Adam King 579, worthy opponent there. Oh, it's all to play for. Is he going to block this? Oh, he is.
Is that like a parry or something like that? His taunt?
Oh, maybe. He's done it. He's done it. It was close though. Come on, guys. I've got to get at least one win.
Mortal Kombat games don't typically have taunts, do they?
Well, it looked like that's what he was doing. I do like the ice dagger that Sub-Zero can do now.
Is that not one of his styles in 10.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was
Right.
actually. But he probably had a rubbish costume, so I didn't do it.
You can make ice weapons.
Okay, third round. We're coming down to the wire, people. Mirror Gaming. Let's do it. Is Liu Kang going to turn into a dragon in this game? That's the question. We can only hope that that is the case.
I don't know. He shoots them out his hands, so...
No, that's Scorpion. Or it used in some versions it is. Ooh. Hello, hello, hello. He's juggling now. Is he going to block this fatal... Oh, he did. He got me, everybody. Sorry about that, but I think I put in a good fight. A man with 77 wins. What more do you want? We've technically still got 4 minutes. Maybe I could squeeze in one more.
Yeah, could do.
Sure. Let's see if he wants a rematch or not. He wants a rematch. I'm going to give it to him. I think I held my own there. I'm quite proud of that. Adam King. Yeah, the connection is not the best, and it's probably because of my internet Wi-Fi. Oh.
Wonder if this will have one of the things Street Fighter has where it tells you, it, like, rats you out if you're using Wi-Fi.
Yeah, didn't think of that. Why would it not pair like Wi-Fi players up with each other? Well, that seems like a good compromise.
It probably ends up doing that because I think a lot of people just deny Wi-Fi players.
Yeah. Oh, he whooped me in that one. I mean, Adam King 579 is 579 years old, so it makes sense he's experienced in Mortal Kombat. Who would play Adam King 579 in the movie? Scott McCrae. Fighting Game Master.
I'm gonna go with what's his name? Carl Urban.
Oh yeah. Isn't he playing Johnny Cage though?
Yeah, but he can.
He can multitask.
He's talented enough. He can do it.
Yeah. Why has Judge Dredd never been in a game? Actually, that's a good point. Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat.
He probably would have fit. Well, he might be in this one.
Oh,
Actually, that probably
I'd love
makes
that.
sense.
There's a lot of synergy there.
With the rumoured lineup of Homelander, Omni-Man, and Peacemaker,
Yeah.
I suppose Judge Dredd probably fits in that.
Has One Punch Man ever been in a fighting game? That'd be cool.
I believe he's in the One Punch Man fighting game.
Oh,
I want to say in that I never played it because
what a quote.
I'm not much of a One Punch Man guy. But I want to say in that game, if you team up with One Punch Man, you don't get to play as him. You're playing as another character who's waiting for One Punch Man to turn up. So you're like fighting
amazing.
the other character until he turns up.
Love that. That makes sense. I think we're going to end the stream there anyway, guys. So thanks very much for watching. This has been the Mortal Kombat 1 online stress test. Not sure if Mortal Kombat 1 is going to have any more stress tests in the lead up to launch, any more like beta periods. You never know. The Diablo 4 devs, they kind of like were forced into that last server slam there. So if you speak loudly enough, then, you know, it might be a case that we get more things like this. Adam L in the chat says, oh wow, this is a new game. I haven't played an MK since MK7. I couldn't even tell you which one MK7 was, but
It was the Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS.
on the 3DS, exactly, when they added the lucky number 7. Adam
added the B.
Adam L says, are we going backwards? This is a new reboot, so, you know, similar to Battlefield 1, I guess. They've gone back to Mortal Kombat 1. But, Adam, shame you've only just dropped by, because now we are unfortunately shooting off, but go back after we've finished the stream. You can go back and watch it from the beginning. We had a grand old time. But until next time, guys, Scott, thank you very much for joining.